Thanks for staying with us. So the Nigerian social media space has been buzzing for the past few days following the announcement shared on Nigerian music icon Innocent Idibia, popularly called Tu Baba, on his page, which went viral. The announcement came as a shock to many Nigerians, as has sparked quite a wave of reactions from various quarters. Celebrities like Tope, one of the prominent figures responding to these views, expressed that what has happened to Annie is unfair and that the timing of Tu Baba's statement about their marriage was inappropriate. We will be looking at it from different angles. How does Annie's story remind us of some of the painful issues that happen to people? And then this is a topic that I would have liked for us to give it a few days to see all the various parts, because we don't even know what happened. All we are going by is the announcement made by Tuface. Now, although friends have come out to say different things, some have said it's unfair, some have said that it's wrong timing, going based on what's happening. But we know the history, right? And then we know this announcement, but we are yet to hear from Anne. We're yet to know what's going on. So we know in a few days we'll probably get more news. But in the meantime, what did that news? How did it come to you as a shock? Were you shocked like most Nigerians? And given the history of their relationship that we all know, how did that come across to you when he made that announcement? I think we'd like to start with that.
Okay, so when the announcement was, he was a post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? But the social media, people are, in modern terms, we were seeing, we just saw a post, and later we saw a post that his page was hacked. And then we now saw a video saying, like, I said what I said. We have separated. And it just felt a bit callous in the way it was said. I don't need to know the realities of what happened. We've seen several videos where sometimes I'm partial. I would always take the side of a woman. I'm a woman. But even in that, I just feel that it is, even if he was the victim in that relationship, even though it doesn't look that way from what we've seen online, even if he was the victim in that relationship, coming out to post a video to talk about your divorce in such a way is very disrespectful of your marriage. It doesn't depict respect of the woman you were in a relationship with, your wife. It also doesn't depict respect for the children that you have in that relationship. It wasn't thoughtful. It was callous. It was crude. It was wrong. It wasn't kind. So every adjective you can use to describe what is wrong, it was how I would see it. There are many people that have had breakups in there. There are many marriages broke up, as we were celebrating plenty marriages last year. We also had many divorces on a celebrity level last year, but there were nicer ways of doing it. The breakup would happen, we would hear that they are separated, and you now see a post saying that please respect our family privacy, we don't want to talk about this. But it was just not handled appropriately. That's number one. Number two is, it was like you are kicking somebody that is down. No, I hear there are many more downs to the down. But the only down I'm even aware of is that she's going through a hard time bashing on social media based on the reality show. That one I was very sure of. The reality show she's in exposed a lot of her vulnerabilities, and people picked on her vulnerabilities, and she was being bashed for those vulnerabilities, only to have that compounded by her husband saying it's over. It's like, oh yeah, kuku kill me. For me, that was, they say we always say it on the show, marry a kind man. Nah, this one, Tuface show saying, all that into about one love, peace out. There's no peace, there's no one love. Your actions show that everything is just mouth, from my own perspective.
Okay, let me come to you.
History there now.
Nima, what are your thoughts on the...
Okay, so already
this is just part one, no?
We'll do part one
there because part two means that after we know what happened to Anne, and then Annie will now revisit it properly. But this is just based on what we just heard.
But I saw a video yesterday, I don't know if the blog is true, of him with another woman. So,
all those are always the
they went shopping, he cleared shop for her. They bought all, Nigerian women like
I did not see that one.
I didn't nude. I didn't nude.
Let's focus
all
on the
I saw
announcements.
is what I saw. I'm saying. So now I'm also thinking, there's never really been a stable background for them, and there's been immaturity on Anne's part, woman to woman. Because I want to support woman, as Tope said. I personally felt there was immaturity on Anne's part on how things were handled over the years. You know, you'd hear audios of her calling out a brother today, calling out a mother today, shouting that, you know, the family did not accept her, calling for help, senators putting their mouth. Yes, they are public people. And some of us have tested is unstable families. There are ways to handle these things. You know, one thing I know is that you cannot force adults to accept you. That I know of. But there's a way you carry yourself. If they cannot accept you, they must respect you. There's a way you must handle it. And it's not in telling everybody that want to hear. Maybe you can tell, because I talk a lot as a form of psychological therapy for myself, just to excel. You can tell people, but not to involve them. Especially those your friends who think that their mouth inside the matter will change anything. Their mouth inside the matter really would not change anything. Somebody was on a live of a popular vlogger, and she was like, we've been friends since years, don't they? You know, people know so much and they're coming with so much and they're not really helping. When the burial of Tuface's mom was done, I didn't like the comments that was flying around. I didn't like what was. So, yes, you people don't have a good relationship, but you will show up as a wife. We saw drama in Ijebu. How will we know now the woman that took care of Mama? We did not know. Okay. People are not in
You
town.
have to enter this matter still.
So,
it's
it was just a diversion. But the point I'm trying to make is that you will show up, and you show up with respect.
Yeah.
What you need to do, the culture of your husband's people is your culture. There's nothing strange there. You can be an Efik person and still be an Ogoja person. There's nothing strange. You balance it as a woman. That's what women do. And by that, they will be forced to say, this girl will just, they will respect you. They'll give you that respectful place. There's so much. One small brother had a problem today, and his name is cheap name. Everybody, and what did you do? Now look at the situation on ground. How it's going.
Well, as I said, this is just part one of because I am looking for the deeper story. But let me come to you, Mary. What are your thoughts when you heard the announcement?
Oh, first of all, as you know, I found it really inappropriate that was how he announced their separation and their divorce. And also being aware of the negative media backlash that she was getting because of her reality show. I thought this would have been the best time to stand by her. It would have made more sense. It would have even been more beautiful if he had made a statement saying, I stand with my wife, I support her. Because even in the reality show, you do it together. And when she was going through whatever issue she was going through in the reality show, she called you. Yeah. And the comfort you immediately gave her, I thought, at least she, when I was watching it, I said, at least she even has somewhere to go back to. Yeah. And then in front of the world, you just ripped that apart. For me, even if you are going through these issues, deal with it at home. What did you need to do? I mean, if he wanted to do that, he should have done it on the reality show so that he would have paid them for this one. This one was even just cheap, free. Do you understand? So we need to, when we say that marriage is for adults, this is what we mean. And it's not by age. It's not 40 years, 50 years, 60. It's just maturity. And it's kindness, consideration for other people, consideration for your children.
Because that's the future.
Do you know, because sometimes his children are growing up. They're on social media, so we're seeing some of their videos and getting to see their personalities. Now, they're just showing confidence and coming out, and then they are assailed with this sort of story by their father. Their father did not think of them when he thought to put that story out. Yes, they are children of celebrities. Yes, you're a celebrity. No, everybody loves you. But truthfully, people should look for your story. Don't hand it to them easily. Don't dash it to them. Let them look for it. Let them speculate, but never be sure. I just felt that it was quite disrespectful of the years that they may have had, they've had, and the children that they have. I truly wish, for them, because from what I've seen of Annie, she seems to be in a very sad place. Doesn't seem happy.
She's never been.
Yes.
Always been sad.
I just want that whatever it is, however it ends up, that girl finds peace.
Okay. Let me go on a very short break, because there's an angle I'd like us to touch on before we wrap up on this. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.